The legend, there is a place, a terrifying realm known as the Monster's Nest. Some call it the dungeon, others, the labyrinth. It's an unfathomably deep abyss that, without warning, spews violent monsters into our world. Every time it opens, it brings a terror beyond measure. Entire nations tremble, left with nothing to do but wait and pray for someone strong enough to stop the nightmare. The slaughter, for a long time, no one could stand against it. But then, everything changed. The scene shifts to the outskirts of the Belgrande Empire. A small village is being torn apart. Houses are reduced to ash, screams echo through the smoke, and monsters roam the streets with total freedom. A wolf snarls, cornering its next prey, a mother, trembling, clutching her child. The beast bares its fangs, ready to strike. But suddenly, a man steps in. With one decisive motion, he draws his blade and cleaves the wolf cleanly down the middle. He turns to the woman. "Are you and the child hurt?" She nods, relief washing over her face instantly. "Leave the rest to us," he tells her. "My companions and I will handle this. Now run, as fast as you can." He stands tall and calls out to his men. "I am Ash, leader of the 13th platoon of the Belgrande Imperial Knights. Push forward. Wipe out every last one of them." The heat of battle, the unit charges into the ruins. As Ash moves ahead, another wolf lunges from his blind side. He senses it, turns sharply, and switches to a reverse grip, driving his sword straight through the creature's throat. Suddenly, a flying monster sees an opening and swoops down. Ash leaps aside, skidding across the dirt before regaining his balance. He spots a pitchfork nearby. He grabs it, channels his energy, and hurls it with overwhelming force. It's too fast for the creature to react, the weapon pins it to a wall in a single blow. The last line, Ash wipes the sweat from his brow. If he's using this much strength, his comrades must be under the same pressure. Nearby, two of his knights, Mary and Will, are surrounded by a literal horde. "How many of these things are we gonna have to fight?" Mary gasps. "It feels endless." Will shouts back. "Mary! Will!" Ash's voice cuts through the chaos. "Are you still standing? We can't fall here. We are the last line of defense for this village." That's all they need. With a roar of determination, they charge back into the swarm. The final boss, the battle rages all through the night. By dawn, the platoon is visibly spent. Ash is breathing heavily, muttering a dangerous question to himself. Is that, finally, the last of them? Just then, a massive shadow begins to stretch across the ground. The air turns heavy. The group turns around in pure dread. Towering over them is a colossal serpent, staring down with murderous intent. Ash lets out a dry laugh. So, a real monster decided to show up at the very end. The serpent's jaws unhinge. Flames gather in its mouth, and it unleashes a devastating beam. Ash leaps back, narrowly avoiding the blast, but it's exactly what the creature wanted. It rushes forward, trapping him, and slams him against a stone wall. Ash blocks the crushing weight with his sword, but he's barely holding on. "Ash! It's Elka!" She draws her bow, lines up the shot, and releases. Thwack! The arrow pierces the serpent's eye. The beast recoils, dropping Ash as it lets out a piercing scream of pain. "Nice shot, Elka." Ash knows he can't waste this opening. He leaps high into the air, raises his sword, and lets out a roar as he brings the blade down with everything he's got. The strike splits the serpent in two. He lands behind the fallen beast and calmly wipes the blood from his steel. The aftermath, the villagers watch in stunned silence. Is it over? Then, the cheers erupt. They've been saved. The outbreak is suppressed, and the credit goes to the 13th platoon, specifically their leader. They say Ash personally defeated more than 200 monsters that night. His overwhelming power earns him a new, infamous nickname, Ash the Slaughter. The promotion and the shock. Sometime later, inside the Imperial castle, the king rewards Ash by making him a quasi-noble. Ash accepts his new badge with pride. "A promotion," Elka notes with a smirk. "I expected nothing less from you." "An unbelievable rise in rank," Will adds, clearly impressed. Mary looks at him, eyes wide. "So, does this mean you're officially a noble now, Ash?" "It does," Ash confirms. "But, I have more news. I'm getting engaged." The color drains from Elka's face. She freezes, then begins to cry. "No, Ash, you have to refuse. You can't do this." Ash sighs, his voice soft. "Elka, don't ask me to do the impossible. The high point, my fiancée, is Lady Raphia," Ash explains, his voice a mix of pride and duty. "She's the second daughter of the Reagan family. Look, I'm a newly appointed noble. There's no realistic way for a man like me to reject a match like that. It all happened so fast, and yeah, I was confused at first. But I told myself everything would turn out fine. For the first time in my life, it felt like things were finally heading in the right direction." perfection is an illusion. 3 years pass. Ash stands before Rafia, his face pale. Rafia, please. Repeat what you just said. She doesn't even look at him. The engagement is annulled, she says, her voice like ice. Wait. Just, wait a minute. Ash pleads. Explain what you mean. Did I do something wrong? Rafia, I changed everything for you. I changed the way I dress. I changed my tastes just to suit yours. I quit drinking. I quit smoking. I've showered you with gifts every single day. Rafia sighs, looking bored. I've simply grown tired of you, Ash. Dealing with a savage commoner is exhausting. Besides, I've met someone from a real family. Someone who can actually afford to give me the things I deserve. The confrontation, Ash stares at her, heartbroken. You're ending this, for a reason that's shallow? I can't accept this, Rafia. I won't. I genuinely love you. She recoils in disgust. Love? Don't make me laugh. You only wanted to marry into my family for the status. That's not true. Ash snaps. I never asked for this. Your father was the one who pushed for this marriage in the first place. Snap. Rafia strikes her fan against her palm. Mind your words. Do not insult my father. I'm not insulting him. I'm telling you the truth. I am done speaking with a commoner, she declares. She looks to the guards. Get him out of here. Now. The exile, the guard sees Ash, dragging him toward the exit. Rafia, listen to me. Please. I never want to see your face again, she says coldly. Slam. The door shuts in his face. Ash walks through the streets alone, his mind racing. This makes no sense, he thinks. Why would a family like hers annul an engagement so publicly? Something is wrong. Suddenly, a group of men block his path. Ash. The commander is summoning you to the station. Now. When he arrives, he finds Mike, the commander of the Imperial Knights, waiting for him. Ash, Mike says, not looking up from his desk. You're expelled from the order. Ash freezes. Expelled? On what grounds? What crime did I commit? Mike looks up, a cruel smirk playing on his lips. You've become an eyesore, Ash. To my career, and to my love life. The realization hits Ash like a physical blow. Rafia's someone else was Mike. Ash had never liked the man. Mike was just another rich noble who bought his rank with family connections. He was always terrified that Ash's talent would eventually leave him in the dust. What are you looking at? Mike sneers. I've always despised you. A commoner should never think he stands on equal footing with a noble. And that monster's subjugation everyone talks about? Honestly, it was nothing special. Fury, hot and fast, surges through Ash. He lunges across the desk and grabs Mike by the collar. Say that again. I dare you. Say it one more time. Mike remains eerily calm. Careful, Ash. This is defiance. And remember, I am the son of a count. If I decide to act, your little friends in the 13th platoon won't just lose their leader. I'll make sure they're kicked out on the street right alongside you. The truth of Mike's words hits Ash like a cold wave. Slowly, he releases his grip. Mike straightens his collar, a smug grin spreading across his face. Good, Mike purrs. You finally understand the difference in our status. You see, Ash, you only know how to kill monsters. But in this world? I'm the one who'll teach you what truly matters. With a sudden jerk, Mike reaches out and tears the knight's badge right off Ash's chest. He drops it into the dirt and grinds it under his boot. You lack elegance, Ash. But then again, that's something a commoner could never comprehend. Pack your things. I want you gone by sunset. As Ash walks through the hollow stone hallways, the weight of the day feels like lead on his shoulders. He hears the whispers, hushed voices, judging eyes. Never judge a book by its cover, one knight mutters as he passes. Ash frowns. What kind of rumors are they spreading now? He reaches the armory door, knocks, and steps inside. I'm here to return my equipment. The officer inside bursts into a loud, mocking laugh. Well, if it isn't the knight everyone's talking about. Finally decided to show your face? What are you talking about? Ash asks, genuinely confused. Oh, come on. Everyone knows the story. Word is, Lady Rafia dumped you because you forced her into some bizarre sexual games. Something about baby play? Ash freezes. Where did you hear something so absurd? The story goes that you were so disgusting, she fled to Commander Mike for protection. And Mike, being the hero he is, fired you on the spot. Ash can only cringe. Is this really how they see me? It's a complete fabrication, but the lie has already taken root. Ash storms outside, slamming his fist against the stone wall. Years of work, gone in an instant. Why would Mike go this far to destroy me? Ash. He turns to see Elka running toward him, her face full of worry. Is it true? Are you really quitting the order? Elka is the only noble in his unit. Her real name is Ulrika, but to the unit, she's just Elka. I'm not quitting, Elka, Ash says softly. I was fired. But why? I still have so much to learn from you. Ash looks at her, touched by her sincerity. You've come a long way, Elka. You were a bit of a crybaby when you joined, but you've grown into a real knight. Elka blushes, then clears her throat. I heard the rumors, too, about the baby play. And honestly, if you're really into that, I wouldn't mind. What is wrong with you? Ash snaps, half mortified. The rumors are lies. Every single one of them. Well, Elka says, a bit of her spark returning. If they're lies, then there's no reason to leave. What happens to the Janus unit without you? The name triggers a memory from 3 years ago. Mary had been fuming after the village battle. We all fought our hearts out, and only Ash gets a medal? The Empire treats dungeon outbreaks like pest control. It doesn't matter, Ash had told them. We protected the village. The people thanked us. That's a memory we'll carry forever, even if the nobles don't get it. He had looked at Will. We need a name for this unit. Something to remember this by. Will thought for a moment. How about Janus? The ancient god with 2 faces. One looks to the past, the other to the future. Mary laughed. Spoken like our resident brainiac. Elka agreed. It fits. We fight monsters and humans alike. Back in the present, Ash looks at Elka one last time. Even if we're apart, I'll always be a member of the Janus unit. But I'm done with the Empire. I'm leaving the country. Elka grabs his arm, her eyes fierce. Then I'm going with you. No. You're a noble, Elka. You have to stay and protect the unit. She looks down, nodding slowly. I understand. But, once you've settled down somewhere, I want you to ride me, Ash. Promise? Ash blinks, stunned by the bluntness. I promise. As he walks away, she shouts after him, don't you forget it. Her thoughts clearly drifting in a very inappropriate direction. Ash walks toward the station. He has returned his title. He has abandoned the Hart family name. He is simply Ash once again. But instead of regret, he feels a strange sense of relief. The burden is gone. He boards the train and watches the Empire fade into the distance.